Carl Dean, Dolly Parton's husband of nearly 60 years, who inspired Jolene, dies at 82. Carl Dean, Dolly Parton's devoted husband of nearly 60 years, who avoided the spotlight and inspired her. Timeless hit Jolene died Monday. He was 82, according to a statement provided to the Associated Press by Parton's publicist. Dean died in Nashville, Tennessee. He will be laid to rest in a private ceremony with immediate family attending. Carl and I spent many wonderful years together. Words can't do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years. Thank you for your prayers and sympathy, Parton wrote in a statement. The family has asked for respect and privacy. No cause of death was announced. Parton met Dean outside the Wishy Washy Laundromat the day she moved to Nashville at 18. I was surprised and delighted that while he talked to me, he looked at my face, a rare thing for me. Parton described the meeting. He seemed to be genuinely interested in finding out who I was and what I was about. They married 2 years later, on Memorial Day, May 30th, 1966, in a small ceremony in Ringgold, Georgia. Dean was a businessman, having owned an asphalt paving business in Nashville. His parents, Virginia Ginny Bates Dean and Edgar Ed Henry Dean, had 3 children. Parton referred to his mother as Mama Dean. Dean is survived by Parton and his 2 siblings, Sandra and Donnie. He inspired Parton's classic, Jolene. Parton told NPR in 2008 that she wrote the song about a flirty bank teller who seemed to take an interest in Dean. She got this terrible crush on my husband, she said, and he just loved going to the bank because she paid him so much attention. It was kinda like a running joke between us when I was saying, hell, you're spending a lot of time at the bank. I don't believe we've got that kind of money. So it's really an innocent song all around, but sounds like a dreadful one. Parton and Dean kept strict privacy around their relationship for decades. Parton telling the Associated Press in 1984, "A lot of people say there's no Carl Dean, that he's just somebody I made up to keep other people off me." She joked that she'd like to pose with him on the cover of a magazine so that people could at least know that I'm not married to a ward or something. In 2023, Parton told AP Dean helped inspired her 2023 Rockstar album. "He's a big rock and roller," she said. The song My Blue Tears, which was written when Parton was with the Porter Wagoner Show in the late 1960s and early 70s, is one of my husband's favorite songs that I ever wrote, she said. I thought, well, I better put one of Carl's favorites of mine in here. She also covered a few of his favorites on the temporary detour from country music, Lynyrd Skynyrd's Free Bird and Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. There are many comments expressing emotions commented by the online community. I am not a fan of country music, but I respect Dolly Parton and her no-nonsense approach to life and her sense of humor and programs she supports. She is an American diamond, a true woman of courage, not giving a hoot of what others think, and never thinking too much of herself, unlike a lot of others. My heart and sympathy goes out to Dolly and family. God bless you and thank you for all you do for us. Dolly is one of the people I admire the most. I wish her lovely memories of the couples lives together, and peace as she transitions to a different way of life. Dolly Parton's husband, Carl Dean, was last seen in public in December 2019 in Brentwood, Tennessee. A little more than 5 years before his death, Parton announced via Instagram that her husband of nearly 59 years died on Monday, March 3rd. He was 82. Carl Dean, husband of Dolly Parton, passed away March 3rd in Nashville at the age of 82. He will be laid to rest in a private ceremony with immediate family attending. He is survived by his siblings Sandra and Donnie, the Post read. Carl and I spent many wonderful years together. Words can't do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years. Thank you for your prayers and sympathy. Parton's post continued. The family asks for privacy during this difficult time. Dean was last seen in December 2019 when he stepped out near the family's estate on Brentwood, Tennessee. The image of the then 77-year-old Dean, who was visiting the post office with an assistant, was the first time he had been photographed in public in for decades. Notably, when Parton began to rise to fame in the late 1960s, Dean stayed far in the background. He then remained out of the public eye for decades and wasn't photographed with his superstar wife. She did occasionally share throwback photos of her husband on social media. He's sort of shy and quiet, she told People in a 1977 cover story. She was happy to keep their relationship separate from her work life. What we have together is so sweet and good that I'd never want it to get jumbled up with the other. Throughout their marriage, he stayed primarily at their large home outside of Nashville. He likes his freedom, Parton told People in 1982. If I call him, that's fine. He ain't expecting it. He doesn't like me home for long because it interferes with his trade-in. So we never really have any hold on each other. And yet we have the ultimate hold. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. He's always supporting me as long as I don't try to drag him in on it, she told People in 2019. He's always been my biggest fan behind the scenes, but he's at home. I don't think they're probably showing much of this on TV, and if they do, he might see it. In a conversation with People in 2021, the singer reflected on over 5 decades together. My husband and I, we've been together 56 years. We've just been married 54 years this past May. But we still have our little times, like in the springtime when the first yellow daffodils come out. Even if there's still some snow around it, my husband always brings me a bouquet, and he'll usually write me a little poem, which to me, that's priceless.